finally will speak about the most beautiful and best creatures on the whole planet. Women.
The only bad thing about being 50-50 is that we have taken all the bad parts of both.
I would like that Melania would kill Donald and become a president.
Well, Christina, are you a gold digger? Because I guess you have found a golden core that is going to feed us.
Watch till the end and you will know who is the second wife of, who.
As an accountant, nobody asks you.
Hi guys, it's finally the third episode of the best podcast you've ever seen. There is a proverb in the Russian language that says, the God loves
A trio.
So this would be, I think, the best podcast because we finally will speak about the most beautiful and best creatures on the whole planet. Women.
We are going to specify. Today we are going to talk about the stereotype about Slavic women, about the trends that has arisen about like for 2 years, I guess.
Yeah.
And
historically as well.
Culturally.
Past trends
Yeah,
as well.
we have a better camera now.
Yeah, we have an iPhone now. And we have a new suit now.
Yeah. Do not think that we finally have found sponsors.
No, we're just sponsors for ourselves now. You had the job, right? The previous time. Yeah, you already have. So there are no news anymore. Apart from this new presents that we bought for ourselves.
Yeah.
No sponsors. No news. But
No
we are
sponsors.
women. We are Slavic women. We are very independent, very hardworking.
No sponsors. Unfortunately.
But still very pleasing, very beautiful, very cute, very smart,
Funny.
very funny.
No sponsors.
Still. Okay. It is a challenge. When we will find a sponsor, no new episodes.
No, actually, yeah. It's going to be like the next episode is going to be
With our sponsor.
well, why we have chosen this wonderful topic to bring up.
Finally bring up. Because we were dreaming about this particular topic for a lot of time. Like, we've spoken with you so many times about this.
Yeah, because we actually
This is so relevant to any
this
woman.
is so relevant, and finally when the trend
Appeared.
when the trend with Melania Trump being an icon appeared, we have decided it's time.
It's time.
When we are going to upload this video, the trend with Melania Trump being an icon is going to
Disappear.
just because the Donald Trump's presidentship will hit its deadline.
And we hope to upload this episode in 2025, in the early 2025. So maybe he won't be the president a single day.
Well,
We hope it's all. If it will be a case, then all credits go to us. Well, who is a typical Slavic woman, Lisa? For you and for all
me, it's my
people. Oh, my mom as well.
yeah, a hardworking woman who's
Yeah.
loyal. Actually, I
Loyal to her family, her nearest friends, caring to her like community. Small community, and I think the community of nationality as well, but family is more important, always more important.
Yes, and I think she actually, as any other woman in the world, faces patriarchy, but we kinda have a very big difference here because we are talking about household matriarchy. It's when a woman does a job in the house and still goes to job 5-2 or like 40 hours per week, just because Soviet Union was the first country in the world, probably not in the world, but big country, which gave women a permission to work, and it was not even a permission.
It was just like all people
a
of the
right
Soviet
for
Union
yeah
should work.
yeah. It's not. It's a right to have a paid
Yeah.
job.
Full-time job.
Full-time job.
Mhm.
Yeah, without any permission from a husband
Yeah.
or a family. You should do that.
Yeah, and positions I think were also like mixed. So a woman could be I don't know, an accountant
Mhm.
or
Work in the field.
yeah, or even be a director of some department as well, head of some department as well.
Mhm.
And I hear of this a lot when I come across some of the feminist videos, TikToks, I don't know, podcasts. They say a lot that actually Soviet Union was a very feminist country,
Mhm.
but we as people who knows the history of the USSR, we understand that this wasn't a classical like matriarchy or society,
Yes.
or a very feministic society. No,
The society fully relied on women because
Yeah.
they have worked first shift at work,
Mhm.
second shift
at home.
at home, and also have mothered
Household.
children.
Yeah.
And men went to war sometimes.
Yeah, because this began even previously, before the Soviet Union, in the Russian Empire, and with all the historic events.
Women have
with all
always
the
worked
wars. Yeah,
here
yeah.
and everywhere.
Because if you don't work, you will die from there will be no food. And if we speak about typical Belarusian woman who lived in the village, the amount of time you work is the amount of food you will gain and the amount of years you will live and your family. In the typical Belarusian village, the household chores were like equivalent for all family members, but woman has some extra chores with children, with just pleasing husband, I don't know, pleasing the society as well, because woman has always been, I think, a more like communicative figure. So I think that women
maintaining emotional support.
They communicated with different families. They maintained this like link with different small communities in order to be like more, I don't know, to live a better life.
So a woman maintained this special connection, which helped a family to survive. This connection actually could bring them some new friends, other families in the village or in some other villages.
Just valuable connections.
Valuable connections, and helped to this very well built communication could bring a lot of perks. For instance, go get an exchange of food, some other resources, while men did it in some other way. Of course, they have participated, but not that deeply, because it was a women to women community, and has always been.
And it's really strange how officially a man always was considered as a family leader and
provider
and breadwinner, but when in reality, like women
have brought to the table the same amount, or
and
even more.
A lot of decisions were made like by women. She was a mediator, I would think. So there is even such a wisdom in Slavic countries that a woman should be wise. She should be a person who smoothly direct her husband in the direction that is better for a family, but he is a decision maker. He is the main person.
He is the head, and
officially.
He is the head, and she is an act.
Yeah,
but I think that it's not. It does not. It doesn't come only to Slavic countries. It also it's all over the world experience. What actually differentiates Slavic women from other women, women. What actually differentiates Slavic women from other women is that we both had this feministic course, and we have also had this very much of patriarchals.
Mhm.
At the same time, well, actually, patriarchy have uplifted feministic options
Mhm.
and kind of ideas only when it was very useful for patriarchy. For
Mhm.
instance, women going to work and also
Bringing up
children and also being very beautiful.
Yeah.
Why bring up children going in the first shift, second shift, third shift, probably
Yeah.
sometimes in the fourth shift.
Yeah. Cook, tidy up, everything.
Yeah, and some other things.
Which we won't talk about.
We will.
We will a bit later.
We
A
kind
lot of foreign men want Slavic women to be their wives because
Yes.
Slavic women are considered to be the best wives. There is such opinion. I've heard it about.
because they are very beautiful, like high standards
Yeah.
of fitting. Not that beautiful. They're not just beautiful,
conventionally beautiful.
conventionally beautiful, and those standards are set up by men
As well, yeah.
as well. Not as well. I would say.
I mean that
only
I mean that everything is set up by men.
by men. Yeah,
Yeah.
every bad thing. That well, and at the same time, they seem to be very traditional, right? They are very delighted with being a stay-at-home wife.
Yeah, like home-oriented, family-oriented.
Yes, and at the same time,
Very-
she goes to work.
Yeah.
She works.
And she's very strong. You don't have to like protect her because she can protect herself, and a lot of weak men, not very strong men,
Yes.
like such kinds of women. It's
That-
very
that she-
convenient.
they-
It's very convenient not to cover all the sides of life when like a typical not Slavic woman may be like scared of and may I don't know. She will become more comfortable if a man would cover this for her.
Mhm.
And Slavic woman, even if she has this stereotype of being a home wife,
Mhm.
she like it's very hard for us to give all the responsibility to men.
Yes.
We want to control a lot of spheres ourselves. We feel more comfortable in this way because we are used to this
Mhm.
historically. Because men now in most Slavic countries,
Mhm.
at least in our country, 100%, are very weak. Can't make decisions quick and like
On point.
on point, and I know like so in our countries for a woman it's much easier to do everything by herself
Mm-hmm.
than to even delegate some bits of these chores to a
Mhm.
man. She
Well-
feels more secure in this way, but at the same time, most of people actually want to share this responsibility in a family, in a partnership.
Yes.
But for a Slavic woman, it's very hard to like rely on a person, rely on a man.
100%. But I think that actually a lot of men who have
Mhm.
never ever like actually seen a real Slavic woman
Mhm.
in life, or they have seen but they had like not that real Slavic woman
Yeah.
that we see every single day, like
Yeah.
our moms, sisters, ourselves,
Aunts.
even like our
Colleagues,
friends.
yeah,
Yes,
whoever.
they
Mhm.
have this stereotype of a Russian woman that is that works in escorts
Yeah,
and
spheres.
that is making money by I cannot say selling herself
by services,
by selling her time.
by some selling time services.
Yes. And
Yeah.
I think that it's partially true, of course, because there are a lot of women from
In the
our
sphere.
places,
Yeah.
who work in strip clubs, for instance, or in some other kind of.
Yeah, especially of course when they come from our countries to some European countries to the USA, it's the easiest way to earn a bit of money
Mhm.
before they start doing something like more in another sphere. In a sphere they want to do something to achieve
Because
something.
nobody actually wants to be that to work in that field. Trust us. It's when you cannot kind of proudly say who you are,
Mhm.
what you are. it's not that type of women job.
Yeah, and I would even say that maybe some, I don't know, but I think that maybe a lot of foreigners, when they, for example, come across some profiles on Instagram or some TikTok, I don't know, of a Slavic woman, they would probably think that she's an escort, even if she isn't, because
Yes.
all of our women
Are very well cared.
very,
of.
yeah, and
it's also because of patriarchy.
yeah.
Let's dive into this. Yeah, there is a thing like an effect of a lip gloss. When the economy goes down, the sales of lip glosses increases times and times. Why?
Proportionally.
Yeah, proportionally. First thing first, it's because we cannot afford big things, and so we buy small ones that are going to please us. And the second thing, it's about women, because when we are always at risk, right? But when the economy goes down, we have to rely. We become even more like protected, even less protected, even more. Even less secured, and we tended to rely on someone who has more of access to resources, and those people are
Men.
men,
Men.
and who has set up this system.
Men.
Yes, that's the reason why they have all the access to the resources, even if they even if the economy goes down, even if something happens. So basically we kind of try to like look better, to be more like attractive.
Yeah.
To even subconsciously, you know, it does not mean that we always go and do makeup for men.
No. Actually, we do it in like
for other
5%
girls
for men and for 95% for ourselves.
Yeah,
and other women, because I think you have this feeling as well, that when you receive a compliment from a woman, it's much more pleasing and valuable than from a man, because
when a man
in
does
this case you just feel that this is a sincere compliment. This is true. If she says so, and when it's not your friend, but some other girl that you don't know a lot or don't know at all, this is so pleasant to receive such a compliment.
Definitely, and it's so like uplifting.
Yeah,
you feel this inspiring. You feel this like, girl, we're in the same scene.
Yeah. Like that. We don't need that.
We have special connection, you know?
Yeah. She's my aunt.
I'm her Mega. I can bring a wave and she will catch it.
Yeah, definitely. Always.
Well, the whole thing.
Forever.
Well, the whole thing is that also I'm going to. That's just like
history lesson.
No, not a history lesson. Some controversial thoughts.
Oh. Hot topic.
What describe me as Slavic women from her appearance?
From her appearance, just how does she look? For me,
it's like stereotypically.
Okay.
Is she a blonde or a brunette?
A blonde one, 100%. Light eyes, very light complexion. I think she's middle height.
Small nose, full lips.
Yeah, maybe not always full lips. Actually, I would even describe thin lips. I don't know why.
Like I would say it's in middle.
In the middle.
Yeah, because full lips for me, those are African lips.
Yeah, for me as well. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Both of us have like middle lips, middle sized ones.
Her body is also very like good looking. Very like she looks like a person who do sports, but she may not.
Yeah,
but she looks like
but it's more
she does.
subtle than
subtle. Yeah.
Subtle. Yeah, bright, big eyes, probably. Yeah, something like that. Those are also child's description.
What a twist!
Like, yeah, I personally think that
baby face.
Yeah, that men who are who only love blondes, men who are obsessed and who are fixated on blonde women with light eyes. And she actually should be even short and like
Shorter than him.
yeah, something like that. They are subconsciously
PDFs.
yeah, PDF. Because that's like when a man goes like for a brunette.
An interesting theory.
Yeah,
I've never thought about it.
when a man is looking for a much shorter girl than he is. We are actually quite like average, both of us.
Yeah.
We are not tall, both of us.
Average.
So this is not because we are tall and we hate short women. No, never.
We actually love short women.
Because we are short women, actually.
Yeah, most
They
of my
like-
friends are short women.
Yeah.
I actually
Yeah,
think that all
but
women are
men-
short to some point of life. No, I'm just kidding.
Christina. Actually, when a man is fixated
Mhm.
on those specific traits,
It's kind of a red flag.
and and also looks for a woman who is going to be stay at home only wife, only stay at home wife, who's looking like that, because those are actually childish traits for real, and they it's not a red flag, but that's a tick. And it's kind
You
of
should think about it.
yeah. We
When
should
you
think over
find
it.
such men,
And yeah,
you should investigate more.
and
deeply.
it's something that no one talks about, but it actually
It's an interesting thought.
yes, brunettes set such an impression of being strong, independent,
Yeah,
like very
makes sense. Yeah.
feminine woman. When I think about Brunei, you probably think about some Latina girls who has shapes, like feminine shapes. She's very like probably even extravagant. She is not. She's ready to fight. She's like that and this.
She's very
But-
spicy. Like.
Yeah, she's spicy. But when you think about a Slavic woman, you probably think about a blonde girl with a baby face.
Yeah, very comfortable.
very comfortable.
Very like look.
she's
She
not
looks at you like a puppy. Like
yeah,
oh my god.
she's not that emotional, like she cannot like
She most probably praises you.
Yeah, she
like,
praises
looks up
you.
to you.
definitely. But at the same time, when you face a Slavic woman who's an actual Slavic woman, like our mom's friends,
Yeah.
and like women we see around.
And then
Going, those women are like trembling your emotions, like kind of like Latina girls. Men are a little bit maybe scared, right? But at the same time, they look very, very calm. Like it's like a calm choice, calm option.
yeah.
It's a good option, and also
Maybe foreigners as well, if we speak about foreign men, maybe they have such a stereotype that if they gain a Slavic woman, they will like save her from just like bring her from a poor society to some rich and like so comfortable life and give her everything that she wouldn't have achieved in her society. But it's not true, of course. And yeah, of course there are such women for whom it is a goal. It is a goal to like marry a rich man. I don't think that it's always about foreigners, but of course there are such women that, for example, when there was a football contest in Russia in 2018, probably 18, 19, something like that, there were a lot of foreigners that came to Russia for the contest, and it was a trend, I don't know if we can say so, for a woman to
hook up with
such guys, at least go out with them, at least. But but the main goal was just, I don't know, in the Soviet Union there was also such Olympic Games when
80s.
yeah, after these Olympic Games there were a lot of children that were born that were mixed culture because of all the foreigners. There are such women, but
In any culture.
In
actually.
any country, yeah, in any culture, but there is such a stereotype. I don't know why.
Yeah.
To my mind, this is always about Slavic women. I haven't heard that something about Asian women, for example. Asian women are, of course, as well brought up in not in very comfortable conditions.
It depends on a country.
On a country,
because
yeah.
Asia is very
yeah.
big.
I mean
country
India.
can be very
I mean
different.
India, China, some of these countries. Not Japan, where
Korea.
the level of
South
of living
one.
is much higher, of course. But from these countries, but maybe. I don't know why this stereotype is more focused on Slavic women.
Yeah, well, I think that in the eyes of the foreigners, a Slavic woman is a Slavic bimbo, like Alena Shishkova.
Yeah.
The era of her. Okay, let's start. It's like for
By
a
the
lot
way,
of girls.
I am in this era.
You're not.
I don't.
You don't. You want to.
I'd like
you
to
want
buy a fur coat.
I have one. I'm also.
Yeah, I'm talking about this. She's
It's not.
actually.
It's a fake fur.
I think she's
Roxy.
actually a nice girl.
She's wonderful.
She's a
She's
wonderful
wonderful.
girl.
Russian bimbo is someone who looks like a total like escort gal
Yeah.
who's like lives in Dubai, but she's like it just looks. This is what we know.
Yeah.
And she is also very kind. We remember we have even been in one group at the university with one. She was very kind. That girl who she looks stereotypically, you know her.
Stereotypically like Alena Shishkova.
Yes, but she was one of the most wonderful and kindest girls on the course.
It shows that we also have such stereotypes.
Yes.
Also from mass media, from
but she is
from
huge.
pop culture. It's always so like brought up on the surface.
She might not be a bitch, but she is bitchy. And she's like looking down at everyone.
What is the age?
Actually,
I think it's about a particular age as well. Yeah, 25 average, maybe less even.
Maybe less, 23,
But when
25.
they portray like an adult woman who has a family, it's like vice versa. It's a very rude woman, usually
it's a Soviet,
very strong,
yes.
very cold, but or very like, I don't know how to say, expressive. Yeah.
Well, it's because I personally think that this is this stereotype.
Hot-tempered.
This stereotype is just became because of Khrushchev's wife, first lady of
USSR.
I wanted to say United States.
I think most of the first ladies of the USSR leaders were like that.
No. Most of them actually looked like closely to Jacqueline Kennedy because obviously your USSR wasn't about communism everywhere. The higher figures also got more resources, so their women looked much better. I mean, they suited standards better. And but apart from others, I think Khrushchev's wife has shown the way actual Soviet woman looks like in that like flowery dress.
Yeah, very normal.
Simple, probably with with simple, with no hairstyle, specific one and something. Yeah, right. For instance, first wife of Putin.
Oh my gosh.
Putin's first wife looks like first wife. When I'm saying like there is a second. There is a second.
You say
we don't know. We know, but we don't know. But
the suspense. Oh my gosh, she is the legend of the queen of the suspense. Oh my god.
Well, yeah.
Watch till the end, and you will know who is the second wife of you know who, the one who you can't call by name. It's like VPN. Very close.
Actually,
that's how. Okay.
How do we call
This
this?
is very funny. And Melania Trump, for example, she's not like from. She didn't came from Russia or from Belarus. She came from Slovakia or Slovenia. We don't remember, but she like covers all these stereotypes. So she's at the same time she's this very glamour girl, very stylish, but at the same time she's like a strong, cold Russian woman.
Oh god!
You look at her and
I think
like she would kill you at this moment.
I think she's a really good manager. I really think that, so, because probably she hates decorating the house, but she does it like at a very high level, and probably it's the best decorations of the White House always.
Yeah,
and she is really good at something that she is really inspired.
One of conspiracy theories is my dream. I would like that Melania would kill Donald and become a president.
We haven't.
I understand that this is not how elections work, but I hope that there will be a miracle.
Slavic Bimbo
and that this fairy tale will finally come true.
I think she can actually come with the first part of your conspiracy and just go sip her Aperol with a Birkin bag on her shoulder.
I would like to see it. How she could manage all this stuff.
No, I think that she won't do that. She's much smarter than this.
Of course. Politicians are not very smart people, and she's a smart person. That's why she wouldn't be a politician.
Well, we have mentioned China for the third time.
Sponsors, China, Putin, Trump. Okay, prostitutes.
I don't want.
I think. The screen time is already fine.
We have covered all the material.
Yeah, but there is one more question that I'm very interested in. How do you think, with all that we have said about these strong women who actually rule a family, but at the same time they still face all these patriarchy hardships, is it possible for a Slavic woman, or any woman actually, but Slavic woman in particular, to achieve this success? Because there is this image of success.
You mean
the actual success, not the success of become somebody's wife, not a stereotypical success.
No, I mean stereotypically looking Slavic woman or someone else.
Any woman, because actually even stereotypically looking woman, we all have this like an image of a very successful woman. But we should like strive for this even harder than maybe some Western European.
Yeah, because they see us
we need to break more stereotypes and more rules set up by men.
I think
become
that
someone.
You may look like a bimbo. You may look like a hardworking woman who goes to job, who's got all the job, and she is very diligent. And she doesn't look for a man. She is a man herself. Well, and you can achieve that success like differently. Of course, there are a lot of different ways to. First thing first, what is success? Making money?
No,
what is being successful?
Become someone who's respected and
seen. It's not because it's very hard for all of the women. And for Slavic women,
my question is it harder for Slavic women? Let it set like this. Is it harder for a Slavic woman than for some women from Western Europe or USA or some basically developed countries?
I think yes. First thing first, because of the language barrier. Secondly, because you need so-called daddy's money. Is when you most of the people from Slavic countries, they have succeeded because they were uplifted by their parents.
They already had some heritage.
Yes.
Yeah. Some background.
It's very hard for anyone with no
safety pillow.
Safety pillow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Airbag, I would say. Safety airbag.
Yeah.
Safety money bag.
Yeah. But maybe we're even more
socially. Yes.
But maybe
because they see us as like an easy target.
Yeah. But maybe then for us it is not easier. It's hard, but it's easier in the way that we are so result oriented and so like we are striving to prove something to someone. then we work even harder than women from that side,
Yes,
even with this
you know,
heritage and
there is
so on.
there is a saying that you may be the best in any field, but there is one Asian who can beat you.
yeah.
Our strength, Slavic strength, in comparison to Western Western people, that we were raised in Asian way to maybe in a lighter
difficult conditions
in a lighter version, but Asian parents who want a result, we have seen it at our families too. Maybe in a more European way, but it's like a mixture,
I think we're more flexible.
Yes, and agile.
That's right. Subscribe to my TikTok. I have
flexible and agile.
Yeah, it's our advantage, 100%.
It's like it says from Hofstede. There are some semiologists who actually learn about culture, about culture experience, and they also differentiate different countries and culture. And we have even learned that at the university that Slavic countries, which are in the middle of Europe, on the edge of Europe, they are on the edge of eastern side, but they are still European, and on the edge of western side in Asia, they have 50-50 in everything.
It's hard.
Distance, crown, the way they assume time, the way we assume children's upbringing, the way we
basically most of the things
are 50-50. We have both European
it's hard
mentality and
it's
Asian.
hard to call our cultures this culture or that culture according to a certain classifications.
Yes,
because of
very
that.
hard.
Yeah, because of geography and history. And
the only bad thing about being 50-50 is that we have taken all the bad parts of both.
Yeah, but all the best parts
toxic
as well.
upbringing, toxic upbringing.
But all the best parts as well. It's just this question actually resonates with me because I think it's so. I sometimes think of unfairness of this because we have to do so much to achieve at least something
in any culture.
Yeah, but I mean when we. It's in any culture. I mean the situation when we have to go to some other culture and prove something there that we deserve their like all the perks that they have, all their admiration that they have, that we have all the endorsement that they have. So this is very maybe not unfair, maybe it is not very correct word, but it's very sad and sometimes it like not uplifts but downlifts my I know, not my even confidence, but my motivation to do something, because sometimes you feel so tired of this, of constantly try to prove something, not in your culture, but in other cultures as well.
Yeah, actually, it's very funny that you need to prove someone to your own culture, because a lot of men in our culture think that we are very mercantile.
Yeah, even
the women are very mercantile.
Even Slavic men have these stereotypes about Slavic women.
Yeah, though you just haven't. Well, that's it, I guess. That's a sad conclusion.
Oh no! Let's find something funny about this. I can name this joke one more time.
We can create jokes on that situations. A lot of TikToks, a lot of content. What are the perks? What are other perks of being?
Yeah, I think we should do it. I think this is our niche.
We have found it. Well, Christina, are you a gold digger? Because I guess you have found a golden core that is going to feed us.
Yes, I am.
I remind you that we still do not have any sponsors.
Yeah. I think the conclusion of this video is simply not to judge a person on their
by the vibe,
by their culture, by their appearance, because a lot of glamour girls actually are very deep and clever and interesting as well.
They do physics, math, they go to space, they save people.
A woman who who seems to be cold and hot-tempered at the same time, yeah, very rude and so on, she can be a great mother, a great friend, a great member of her community. And when you face a Slavic woman, just try to be more flexible and agile and more empathetic, and it's your aim to make her to open her up and to make her trust you. And if you achieve this, she will be your best friend, she will be a best girlfriend, mother, I don't know, friend, anyone who you want her to be.
Yes, thank you very much for joining us today. To go to a game. That was a Freud one.
Oh my gosh.
According to Freud.
Thank you very much, guys, for joining us
Today
and always. We will try to make this podcast
more
often. Yeah, I think that 2025 will be a great year, and I don't know when you watch us. Probably in 2025 we wish you a very successful and joyful year as well.
Yes,
especially if you're a woman.
Yeah,
Go
any woman. We love you.
As an accountant.